What's up, guys? It's Gianna. Welcome back to, or actually welcome to these 3 OU Showdown videos that I'm going to do on Monday, or no, not on Monday, on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, because we did finish push to rank 500 in the NU tier, so I decided that I don't really want to start RU off on kind of like a weird week, to where we have 3 episodes, and then we move on to a new week, and it's all awkward, and the episode count isn't right. Anyway, that's kind of beside the point, because we're just going to hop into some OU games. I'm using a rain team here. I'll explain the sets as we get into it. I actually stole it from user Hellraiser on Poke Battle, because this team is actually really good. It utilizes the rain with Drizzle Kicks, the Polytoad. It has Healing Wish Latios to heal Polytoad if need be. It has SD Mega Scissor, it has Kabutops and Kingdra as rain abusers, and this thing to get up rocks. I'm going to lead Mamoswine as he leads Rotom. I don't really mind too much, because Mamoswine is really only here for rocks, and wow, he ends up tricking me a Choice Scarf, so that's cool. He ends up getting a Sash, and I am Choice Scarfed into rocks right now. I'm going to go for rocks again, as I think he just ends up going for the Willow, as I end up sacking my Mamoswine to a burn, which probably was not the best play on my part, but I just don't want him Volt. Wow, I have Latios, why didn't I just switch to that? Okay, I'm going to go into Latios as he ends up double Willowing and missing, which is cool. I'm going to go for a Psyshock to scout what type of variant of Rotom this is. That looks especially defensive Rotom. He ends up Willowing again. I'm just gonna click Psyshock, because I should be able to knock this Rotom out, and I just want to apply pressure on Rotom as he ends up going out into his Ferrothorn, which is fine by me, because now I can go out into, this team really struggles with Ferrothorn. I'm going to go out into Mamo. I shouldn't have sacked Mamo to the burn. That was probably my first mistake. I'm just going to go for an Earthquake right here. And the reason I shouldn't have sacked Mamo is because it's really this team's only way to deal with Ferrothorn. Predicting the Protect right here, I'm going to go out into my Scissor. As I've scouted 2, now I guess 3 moves on a set, because Leech Seed usually runs Protect, so he's Rocks, Leech Seed, Protect, and more than likely Gyro Ball. Oh, he's T-Wave. Okay. I'm going to SD right here with Scissor, because it's my best way of dealing with Ferrothorn. I'm just going to SD again, because I really don't mind if he ends up going for a Protect right here. I think at +4, Bullet Punch shreds his entire team, as I end up getting the full para right here, which is a little bit unfortunate. But I'm going to SD one more time, because I also have Roost if I need that. But Scissor's main job in this match is to get rid of Ferrothorn. After I get rid of Ferrothorn, Rain has a field day versus the rest of his team, because after that, he will not have any switch-ins to Kingdra. I've sufficiently weakened Rotom, which is what I needed to do. And let's hope I don't get parried right here. If I get parried, we're in for something really bad, because then Ferrothorn pretty much walls our... Okay. Alright. We have one last shot. Here, did he outspeed me last? I think he outspeeds me. He's going to go in Hitmonchan, and he's going to be able to take me out, which is really unfortunate. I suppose I could try to Healing Wish later, but it's not really worth it. Wow, I am playing terribly right now. I'm going to go into Drizzle Kicks, though, and I'm going to go straight away for a Perish Song, as he ends up going for a Rapid Spin, because I just want to force this thing out, and give me a free switch into Kingdra, because Kingdra probably has the best chance of dealing with Ferrothorn. He ends up going into Rotom Wash, and I'm just going to click Draco Meteor. It's going to do good damage to something on his team. Okay, he ends up just sacking Rotom, which is the best play. But Specs Kingdra is actually really dangerous in the rain, because of how well it deals with pretty much all offensive threats in the metagame right now. I'm going to go into Mamo, though. Mamoswine. Oh, I actually have... No, never mind. I just had the thought that I could use Latios to Healing Wish Mamo, but looking at that damage, that would do about 30% if I wasn't burned, so he looks physically defensive, so I don't really want to risk... I don't really want to risk losing... Well, I have to use my Healing Wish the right way, I guess, so it's not really worth it for me to... use it on Mamo if Mamo wouldn't really help that much. So right here, I'm gonna go straight away for an Ice Beam. We're gonna see how much a Specs Ice Beam does. That is 34%. That's usable. And right now, although Kingdra does a lot of work versus his team, it's not as valuable to me as not as valuable to me as my this thing. As Kabutops, because Kabutops actually really does help my team. Hopefully he goes into his Zard right here. If he goes into Zard, then I can go into Latias, and I can Healing Wish, back up Kingdra, and then I can hopefully sweep. He ends up going into Scissor. This is bad. Let's see. I think I'm just going to go for a Hydro Pump as he ends up going for a Swords Dance. I end up hitting, and I do 68%, which is actually pretty good damage, and it's going to allow me to play around the Scissor a little bit better than I would have. He ends up going for Superpower, which is a pretty questionable play, to be honest. I'm just going to go into Drizzle Kicks right here, and I'm going to go straight away for the Scald, because I should be able to knock this Scissor out. And, like, I'm running a defensive Politoed. Oh, okay. So now my reign's only going to last 5 turns, but I highly doubt it matters, because I should actually be able to finish off his team if I get the burn on that thing. He ends up going, not this thing, if I get the burn on Cloyster. He ends up going out into Hitmonchan, though. I'm going to go out into Latias. And the reason I'm going to do this is, okay, he ends up going for a Drain Punch, and he'll be able to take me out right here. I'm going to go for Healing Wish, as he will more than likely just go for Bullet Punch. So now I have some turns to make some things happen. I'm going to go straight away for a Waterfall, as I should be able to knock Hitmonchan. Yeah, I'm able to knock Hitmonchan out. I highly doubt that crit mattered. And then I'm going to go for a Stone Edge if he goes into Cloyster. He ends up going into his Charizard, but I'm going to go for a Stone Edge just because I kind of have to knock this thing out. It's my best stab, and I am able to knock out the Charizard. So things are looking up right now. He goes into Cloyster. I'm just going to go straight away for a Stone Edge. I gotta hope. No! Okay, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose to this thing because I missed my Stone Edge. So I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. It's okay. I do 8% as he ends up knocking out the Icicle Spear. So it's a little unfortunate that that had to happen, but that is a good game. I guess. Yeah, it's a good game. He played pretty well. If my Stone Edge would have hit, I won. But, you know, it doesn't always hit. And my phone is going off, so I apologize about that. But anyway, we're grabbing one more match. And looking at this guy's team, it's a pretty good team. I'm just going to lead Drizzle Kicks because I have no reason not to. I get to click Scald versus something, and if he leads Darm, Scald will not be very appreciated by Darmanitan. If he leads Mamo, no, he's not staying in. Or he may stay in. He leads Rotom Wash right here. He nicknamed Socks. I'm going to go out straight into Latias because I don't really care if he like tricks me or whatever. He ends up going for a Volt Switch just to pivot out. And I would anticipate that we're going to see something like a Scissor right here coming out. Or, yeah, here comes Scissor. So this actually gives me a great switch into Kingdra. And as he ends up Mega Evolving and going for the U-turn. So he is a very Volt-turny team, as we can already see straight out the gate using this Volt-turn core of Mega Scissor and Rotom Wash. But now something comes in and something dies. I'm fairly certain, okay, he ends up going into Rotom Wash. I'm just going to go and click Draco Meteor because I will be able to annihilate this Rotom. I think he was Scarf Rotom, which means that, oh no, he's probably Bulky Rotom, but he ends up going into this thing right here. He more than likely won't SD because I just don't see SD U-turn being very effective. He ends up going for a U-turn right here, doing 50%. Oh my god, Scissor's powerful. But I think my game plan here is going to be get as many free switches for Kingdra as possible because Kingdra mauls his team. He ends up going out into Mo, the Espeon. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake right here as he ends up knocking me out with Psyshock. But now he has no... Okay, I'm just going to click Hydro Pump because Hydro Pump is my best play. I will be able to beat that... beat that pretty easily. He goes out into this thing. I'm just going to click Hydro Pump again. I'm Specs. It's the rain. Kingdra annihilates things. His best switch there probably would have been Latias. But now he may assume that I am... Like, most Kingdras are usually Specs. He ends up going out into his own Latias. I'm just going to go ahead and... Scissor doesn't do a lot for me this match. It helps with priority, but I'm just going to go ahead and sack Latias right here. As he ends up dropping a Draco, I live. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Healing Wish. If I do manage that... Okay, never mind, he won the speed tie. It's good. So I'm going to go out into my Drizzle Kicks right here and then go... and then make a hard double out into Kingdra, because I don't think he's going to want to stay in, and now I can click Draco Meteor and knock something out. Please be Life Orb, Mamoswine. If you sash Mamoswine, I still win the game. it just makes it a little bit more difficult for me, because I still do have my Kabutops just chilling in the back right here. He ends up going out into Mamoswine, and I go out into Kingdra. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a Draco. Hopefully I don't miss. I do not miss, and I end up knocking out that thing right there. I will more than likely just go ahead and click Draco again, just to get off damage versus this thing. Actually, no, that's a pretty dumb play, to be honest. I'm just going to go out into Kabutops, because Kabutops 4 times resists his stab. He ends up going for Rock Slide, gets a crit, which is unfortunate, but I can go straight away for a Waterfall right here. I don't lose anything by doing so. I get off good damage, and now I can go for a Stone Edge and knock this Latias out. So that is going to be a good game, Spear Waddle Dee, and that is actually going to be today's episode. So if you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, because it really does help show support for the stuff that I'm doing here on the channel. Also, make sure to answer today's comment question of the video, which is rain, sun, or sand is your guys' favorite play style. And with that, I urge you guys to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content. And with that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.